Welcome. This is Mark Perlmutter, creator of this EatHealthy.tv interview series with leaders in the fields of optimal health, weight loss, and living better. Thanks for previewing this interview with educator, author, and raw food innovator David Wolfe.
I've never actually had an interest in nutrition just for the sake of it. I've really wanted a good diet so that I could perform at a high level, but it was all through performance. That was all I cared about when I was 15. So I thought it would be ideal if I could actually make a living doing triathlon, just doing what I like all day long. And I realized pretty soon into the game that obviously I would have to do a lot of training. But what really interested me too is when I looked at all of my options for training and different training principles, and I got a hold of some of the top athletes' training programs, and what really surprised me was that they hardly differed at all. They were very, very similar. And so then, of course, I wondered, well, what makes some athletes great? And I realized that it had to do with recovery. What I found when I was researching this was that stress is the root cause of pretty much all problems, either minor or major. And stress response affects the adrenal glands. And cortisol, the stress hormone, goes up. And when cortisol is high, you actually don't get into a deep phase of sleep. It's called delta. If we clean up our diet, we can actually help reduce cortisol levels. Therefore, we will get into that deep delta phase of sleep and sleep efficiently. And therefore, we'll wake up and feel ready to go, be all rested and ready for the day. I think that just the whole calorie thing is so flawed in that it just doesn't take into account what source the calorie is and how hard your body has to work to digest that. And I guess in my peak when I was training the most, I was burning between 5,000 and 6,000, and I was sure to take in 5,000 to 6,000, but the quality was not there. And then later on, I started taking in far fewer calories, far less than would be suggested by most medical professionals, and I was actually gaining energy. I was getting more energy. I was maintaining my muscle. I completely give credit to my diet. It's just simply attention to detail and diet. There's nothing else that made me improve faster than the other people I was training with other than diet.
We hope you enjoyed this preview. You can hear the rest of this interview, as well as the full interviews of the 27 other experts in our series on cutting-edge health, just by clicking the Buy Now button on this page. Thanks for listening.